boy, have I got an amazing story. GIMP 3.0 has been released. So I personally use GIMP all the time. Basically, whenever I do any photo editing. There were features in Photoshop back in 2008. Like, I guess yesterday, I still missed that GIMP didn't have. The indie game Blobun, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, adds a hilarious lesbian toggle that breaks the game. I personally love this feature and consider it a big middle finger to the bigots who wouldn't want to play this game anyway. But I'm sure they'll get mad about it. You know, they wouldn't play the game anyway, but they'll get mad about it because now it offends them. It offends their delicate little snowflake egos. Hello, how the tech are you? My name is Sylph, and I am a software engineer, and I love open source software. And this week, boy, have I got an amazing story. This has been, what has it been? 7 years in the making, but GIMP 3.0 has been released. GIMP, which stands for GNU Image Manipulation Program, is a free photo editor similar to Photoshop that is open source and community driven. And after 7 years of development and a few delays, GIMP 3.0 is released with absolutely massive improvements. New features include non-destructive editing for most commonly used filters and on-canvas preview of those non-destructive edits. So that's things that if you are familiar with Photoshop, you would call those blending options. GIMP prior to 3.0, once you applied something like that, it would be permanent. You could use the undo function, but if you made a bunch of other edits, you'd have to go back and undo all those edits first. Just so you understand how big a deal this is. GIMP 3.0 also supports many new file formats, including BC7 DDS and improvements to the PSD export. That's the Photoshop file format. It also has automatic layer expansion and advanced text styling options like shadows, bevels, and borders. It has improved color management and a newer graphical toolkit called GTK3 and a new Wilbur logo. Wilbur is the GIMP mascot. Release notes, changelog, and downloads are available on the GIMP website, gimp.org. GIMP 3.0 is in active development with more features planned for the future, so you can use it now and expect more great things to come soon. Donations to support GIMP's development are welcome. All right. What do you think about that?
Sounds cool. I don't use GIMP that often. I do it sometimes, but I wouldn't really call myself definitely wouldn't call myself a power user of it, but it's good to hear like a good editing, image editing software is out there, open source.
Yep. I personally use GIMP all the time. Basically, whenever I do any photo editing, which is probably like maybe once every week or two. So I guess not all the time, but I use GIMP a lot. And I used Photoshop in the past, basically when I was in school. The requirements were Photoshop. So I used it back then, and I am somewhat familiar with Photoshop's features from back then. Not super familiar with Photoshop post the first Creative Cloud. Basically, right when Creative Cloud came out, that was when I was using it. And after that, I switched to Linux and have been using GIMP ever since. And there were features in Photoshop back in 2008. Like, I guess yesterday, I still missed that GIMP didn't have. Specifically, like the biggest part was these non-destructive, what Photoshop calls blending options, what GIMP calls, what does it do? Filters. These non-destructive things that you could do to a single layer that once you made a bunch of other edits, you just had to Control Z, 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 Z. It was so annoying. So I'm like absolutely thrilled about these new features in GIMP 3.0. I'm so excited about it. I can't even express it.
I don't know. It seems like you're expressing it pretty well.
Yeah, in case it wasn't really obvious, I'm so happy about these GIMP 3 features. And like, to be clear, you've been able to use these features for a little while because GIMP 3 has gone through several like alpha releases and then beta releases and then release candidate releases. So for the past like couple months, I've brought up GIMP 3 a couple times and like toyed around with things, but I wasn't really fully ready to like start using it all the time. So now that, you know, the GIMP developers consider it stable enough for a stable release, I'm absolutely going to switch to it and use it all the time. I'm so excited. But yeah, if you've never tried it, definitely give GIMP 3 a try. Super excited about this. It makes GIMP as a program so much better and so much more useful. And there's probably a lot of people who don't need all of what Photoshop offers, but need more than what GIMP used to offer. So this new version is going to meet the needs of a huge number of new users that probably were stuck with like either some other paid tool or, you know, Photoshop itself. And in case I didn't say, GIMP is free. You can go and download GIMP right now for free and run it on your computer without ever taking your credit card out. Free. It is open source. You can download the source code for it in case you find a bug and you know how to fix it. You can submit bug reports in case you find a bug and don't know how to fix it. You can talk to the devs. GIMP is community driven. So yeah, it's a wonderful program, and I'm super happy about the new release.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you have Linux, you may, did I get disconnected? What's going on? All right.
Uh-oh. You went away, but now you're back. Don't worry about
it. Okay, good. I was going to say, if you have Linux, you may even already have GIMP installed, or at least very easy to install.
Yep, it's installed by default on a lot of different distros. Yeah. And if it's not available for you, it's available on FlatHub. So install it there. If you don't have FlatHub, which I think the only distro that doesn't have FlatHub is or Flatpak is Ubuntu. I don't know. I guess you'll have to figure that out. It's probably in the Snap Store, but I don't know. I don't use Ubuntu.
Fair enough.
All right. Yeah. So my next story is about not an open source piece of software, but a game piece of software, I guess. The indie game Blobun, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, adds a hilarious lesbian toggle that breaks the game. Blobun, which is an indie puzzle game, features a controversial lesbian toggle setting. And when this toggle is activated, it removes the game's lesbian protagonist, Stephanie, making the game unplayable. The toggle was inspired by a similar feature in another game, Buck Up and Drive, which turned billboards into pride flags. The lesbian toggle was so popular during the game's Steam Next Fest demo that the developer expanded it in the full game to include removing the cutscenes. You can't even see the credits when it's toggled on. So like, it completely destroys the game. The developer Jess states that the toggle represents themselves, their friends, and many people in the current political climate. Some players have requested an option to make Stephanie invisible instead of removing her entirely, making the game harder when the lesbian toggle is set. The toggle is part of a recent trend of game developers including queer representation and features in their game, which is fantastic. I personally love this feature and consider it a big middle finger to the bigots who wouldn't want to play this game anyway. But I'm sure they'll get mad about it. You know, they wouldn't play the game anyway, but they'll get mad about it because now it offends them. It offends their delicate little snowflake egos. What do you think?
Yeah. So just to be clear, like, for whatever reason, the way it was worded, I wasn't entirely clear originally, but basically this toggle is you can either turn on or off lesbians in the game, right? Including the credits.
Yes.
So
yes, you can remove all lesbians from the game.
Right. And if you do that, if you remove all the lesbians, the game is unplayable because there's important lesbians in the game.
It removes the protagonist from the game, making the game unplayable.
That would make it unplayable. Yeah.
Yep. I absolutely love it. It's such a fantastic little like would you call it an Easter egg? I guess it's just a feature. It's not really hidden.
I guess, yeah. I don't know. A joke feature kind of thing.
Fantastic little feature.
Yeah. So you said it was in relation to another game that had like you could toggle on pride flags, or for Pride Month or something, it would have the flags and stuff. Was this yeah?
Oh, go ahead.
So I was just wondering if this was it specifically because there were certain people in the gaming community that were complaining about it? So they're like, oh, well, if you don't want lesbians in your game, then too bad, can't play the game.
So it's there's been pushback from conservatives about having representation in games. They don't like games that include anything other than, white cis male. Anything other than that, they don't like it. I guess sometimes they'll give a pass for females in their games as long as they have huge tits.
Yeah, I was about to say,
and
as long as it's Lara Croft, right?
Yep. Yeah. So, anything that I saw a tweet where someone was complaining about a close-up shot of Aloy from Horizon Zero Dawn, where they could see the hairs on Aloy's face, which to me just gives away that you've never actually been close to a real woman. Yeah. Because I guess some people don't know, women are in fact mammals, and mammals are covered in hair all over their bodies. Everyone has hair. Well, I guess not everyone. Some people have conditions where they don't grow hair, but typically everyone has hair all over their bodies, including women. Women have facial hair. It's very small. It's not like mine where, I have this big bushy beard, but there are technically hairs on women's faces. Tiny invisible hairs are actually normal. And the fact that someone made a game more realistic, made a female character in a game look more like female people in real life, and that offended someone is just fucking crazy. You don't know what women look like then. I'm sorry a woman being realistic in a game makes you less attracted to her or something. Are you complaining because you find that unattractive? So you find real women unattractive. Okay, cool. Got it.
Well, they are gamers, so.
Yep, true. Yep. Really, if you find hair on a female partner unattractive, then I guess buy a doll? Buy a robot? Those don't have hair. Is that what you want? You just want someone to have zero hair at all on all of their body?
Apparently.
Buy something made out of rubber, then. Rubber doesn't have hair.
I'm sure they will, but yeah. I was going to say, the gaming community has always been bad, but ever since, Gamergate, it's just been terrible, downhill, Luckily, there's some people, people who made this game that somewhat sane and have a good sense of humor.
Yep. There's a lot of sexism and bigotry in the, I shouldn't say sexism and bigotry, because sexism is a form of bigotry. There's a lot of bigotry of all types in the gaming world and fandoms of games. Hence why someone would look at a 3D model that's quite realistic of a female human being and be like, but it has hair. I don't like that. Women don't have hair. Actually, women do have hair. In fact, they are mammals.
Yeah.
Yep. One of the defining features of Mammalia as an order? I think it's an order. The order of Mammalia. One of the defining features is that mammals have hair. It's almost the defining feature. I guess you'd have to say the defining feature is that we have mammary gland.
Yeah.
What our order is named after.
Yeah.
We're named after boobs. But, other than that, we have hair. That's the other defining feature about us.
There goes our monetization.
What, because I said boobs? I guess.
Sure. It doesn't matter. We're not monetized anyway, so well. One day.
But yeah, I thought this story was great. Absolutely love the lesbian toggle that breaks the game. It's fine, you don't want to see LGBTQ stuff? Don't play the game.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's kind of funny to me, all these people that complain about games having content they don't like. Don't play the game then. If it's got something you don't like, don't play it. Like movies that have content people don't like in it, like movies that have a lesbian character or, you know, a black character. Just don't watch it then. If you're like so sexist or so racist that you can't enjoy a movie if it has a female character, like female lead character, or a black character or a lesbian character or whatever, that offends you so much that you can't enjoy the movie, then don't watch it. It's not for you, you know? Crazy to me. Oh, well. I'm so happy that people like this developer exist that like just absolutely troll these unreasonable people. Perfect troll. Love it. I tried to buy the game today, but Steam had some issue. Apparently, it said something about like their servers were overloaded and they couldn't process my payment.
Yeah, well, it's a
hopefully
summer
tomorrow
sale, right?
I'll be able to. It's the spring sale, so yeah, everybody's buying games. Yep.
Yeah.
So hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to pick up this game and try it out. Maybe in a follow-up I'll let you know how this lesbian toggle works, because I'm absolutely going to try that. It's such a great feature. Thank you for checking out How the Tech Are You? We do this show every week and we put it out in segments on YouTube. If you'd like to check out our other shows, you can do that at eplex.media.com. If you'd like to support us, you can do that at eplex.store, where you can buy our merch. You can also do that at patreon.com/echoplex. There should be a little bubble up near where I'm pointing, one of these places where you can check out another one of our videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe before you do that. Have a great tech and week.